Good morning, guys. Happy Thursday. I hope you have a lovely day. Okay. We have a mixed, we're missing two massive elements here, and we're inundated with two others. So elements are extremely important because they're just basically telling us we're extremely out of balance today, right? So this is exactly why a tarot reading is perfect, because now that we know this, we can approach things differently. Because this would be a scenario here where if you didn't realize this, you wouldn't realize just how many areas you could potentially shoot yourself in the foot, right? So it's too much fire in here for sure, and there's way too much air in here. Those are actually the only two elements that we have in here. We come in with the Two of Wands as at the top row is our energy, okay? Two of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Six of Swords. Those are all receptive energies, okay? So I would say be mindful of what you're taking in. Is it yours? Are you taking on too much? Are you like, is your channel open where you're pulling in a lot of energy around you? You may want to, really, I suggest with these energies to really just crystal up. You want to push back things that aren't yours, and it doesn't necessarily need to be negative energy either. It can just be too much on you. It's burning you out. You're carrying everyone else's load and you're not able to do your own. It's too much, or you're, maybe you're doing too much for someone else, or someone else isn't doing enough. It can be something like that too. Okay. So I'll go through as a whole what I think, but I can tell you too firsthand that I woke up this morning and my head is about to blow clear off my shoulders, and it's not from a headache. It's just, my head is like a barometer. It's that when the energy gets extremely intense like this, it really just does. It affects the body, and I know I'm not the only one. So I'll just be, cognizant and say maybe drink an extra amount of water today. Take your supplements. Kind of just make it a day of if you can table major things, I would suggest maybe you do that. It's just not a day where you're going to be functioning at your best, and you may do things that you can't get yourself out of, or sign things that you can't unsign, or just overcommit yourself, or something in that regard. Okay, so on a work front, which is where we're normally at the majority of the day, that's why I'm hitting this area first here. Okay, for others of you, we come in with, again, I think these are great cards for those of you that are really pushing something forward. Again, you're on the 11th hour with something here. We've got the 10 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, and the Ace of Swords, okay? For some of you, you literally are on the 11th hour here, where you're going to, whatever project it is or whatever it is that you're running with, it's about to come to conclusion here. Okay, you may have one more hurdle to jump through and you're tired. I would suggest after this, you are absolutely in need of a vacation or some downtime, because I think that this really may hit you in a regard where sometimes we're pushing so hard to get through something, or to get something up and running, or whatever it is, that by the time that we're done and it's over and we have a time to sit, we're like, oh crap, I've had like strep throat for 5 months and I didn't even realize it. It's things like that. So you want to give your body a chance to recuperate here, right? Give your mind a chance to recuperate. Maybe take a day for yourself, right? The Black Cat Oracle card tells you that your luck will soon change here. So keep going on. If you're thinking, in relationships, this is a very extreme imbalance. It's like someone who does a lot for another person and the other person does like absolutely nothing. It would be like that much of a great divide in here. For some of you, I think that also it's about how you engage in relationships, okay? I think that some of you are just, I think someone might not be able to read you, or you're not able to read someone else, because that Black Cat also speaks of temperamental affections, right? And that's, one day you're in, one day you're out. People can't figure you out, and this is exactly what would happen in this kind of energy, because we have no cups, right? But yet you've got all of that emotion. The 2, 4, 6 are all receptive energies, right? So you're taking in a lot, but it's not healthy. It's not healthy because what you're taking in isn't healthy. Okay, it's an extreme imbalance there. So if you're on the flip side of this, there's definitely something brewing on the relationship fronts here and how you engage with people. With this element, the element's missing too, it's someone who's not able to speak up for themselves. They don't know what self-care is, right? It's always doing for other people. It's that, it can be a very mothering or fathering. It's just a not healthy balance for a dynamic in a partnership, right? A romantic partnership. With these energies too, it can be overprotective energy, right? Guarded energy, not in touch with emotions. It's stuff like that. So, this is a perfect scenario too, where someone they know how to give, but they don't know how to, it makes them very uncomfortable to receive. And you've got a lot of receptive energy in here. So that's why I'm saying, I think that the energy for those of you that are pushing through something at work, I think you're right there on the threshold for that. So keep going. Okay. Now we've got to look at this though, because we've got the the 10 of Wands, how it shows up is the 9 of Swords. I think that that's good. This would be a time where I wouldn't verbalize it, but I would internally write this on a paper and think about it, because the 9 of Wands is like, yes, it is the 11th hour. It's stamina, it's determination, it's strength, but it can also be staying at something too long. You know what I mean? The 9 of Swords knows, again, that life isn't always easy, but they know the things to do to make it not harder. You know what I mean? And that's the clarity. You may come across like, this is like craziness. I am so done with this. This is so out of balance here. And that can be on any area of your life here. It's a time though where with that 4 of Swords and the 6 of Swords, you want to take a step back though with the 2 of Wands as our energy cards. We want to look at, if I don't value myself, how is anyone else around me going to value me, and vice versa, right? Because the 2 of Wands is a card of, I've got to bridge these things within myself. The 2 of Wands to me is a doorway. It's like, I've got to take responsibility for this. If I want my life to get better, I need to make it get better. If I want my relationships to change, I need to be a participant in this, right? It's responsibility for, though, first and foremost with that card to me, it is a card about relationships. Yes, it is a card about jobs, but at the core, that card is about your value, right? But it is a card of union. The 4 and the 6 of Swords are receptive energies, but I would suggest in this dynamic here to just give the questions that are probably running through your head. Some do. I'd write them on paper and I would address them, because the 4 of Swords is, I need some time out to myself. I need some time. I need some downtime. You may be burnt out already, right? And the 6 of Swords is, it's going on to something. It's saying that whatever this is, it is going to pass. It really is. I don't feel anything negative in here. I just feel a lot of kind of like clanking pans. That's really what I hear around this. And it's very disorienting. It's very disheveling. It's not focused. It's not going to get you where you need to go. Do you have what you need to go where you're trying? Absolutely. These are extremely powerful cards. We need to pepper in a little bit of grounding and a little bit of emotion, because what can happen here is this would be a scenario where, no, it's my way. Nope, I'm not going to hear it. You're not open to dialogue here. Even though there's this much energy in here, you may be taking in unnecessary or unvaluable stuff. You may be pulling in stuff that's not of value to you, and it's distracting. Okay, so that's what I've got. I think it's great. I think there's relationships in here. For some of you, I know this is going to sound absurd, but if you are rummaging through someone's drawers, you want to stop that, because you're going to get caught here, or you're going to find what you're looking for. And I don't think, and by that I mean drawers like someone's, in their home, their drawers, not their drawers. They're, like their desk or their dressers. They're looking through something here. You most likely will find what you're looking for, but I just don't think it ends well. And mainly because there's a better way to engage in whatever this is. I'm not telling you what to do. If you're hell-bent on doing it, go for it. I'm just saying, I can see what's coming here, and it's not going to be if you look at the Ace of Swords and the Two of Wands, I'm doing this because I have trust issues. You know what I mean? It's like, and now we're gonna push them onto someone else that it's really not. And these are the scenarios too. Well, I'll say, you know, if you've got things that you've not fixed in your singleness, you are absolutely going to pull them into, you know, your relationship. So first and foremost, it goes back to maybe you not trusting yourself. I'm not saying there's not someone not worthy or trustworthy in your sphere. With the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Wands and the Ace of Swords in a relationship throw, that could be you get to the bottom of something. You have a conversation about something. You know what I mean? And then you decide for yourself there. We're missing way too many elements for me to even assume how this would go. But I'm just saying it's a day where, you know, you want to be really cautious of things that you can't undo here, right? And like, oh, crap, that kind of bit me in the ass. But these are bigger things because this is a lot of fire. These are 9s, 10s. These are like, we've done this dance 1,000 times before, right? On the flip side, the positive, absolute positive side of this, you guys are driving your life in directions that you want. You know, there's no cups though, and there's no coins in here. I cannot not mention that, okay? It's how you take care of yourself, because that's gonna affect this entire reading here, okay? For some of you, I think that you're going through the motions, but you're not really in it, you know, for that. So there you go. If you need a private reading, please reach out to me. I will be more than happy to help you with anything. This, my guys, in any regard, as a general, it's my life is out of balance, which means that I will assure you that every area of your life will be hit by this. So just take an assessment. Where do I need to tweak? Where do I need to, you know, look where your furniture looks best, you know, in your life, the furniture of your life, I'm saying. That's an easy assessment. Okay, there you go. Thank you so much. Have a great day.